I was like, oh man, four was 2 up.
Hello.
Not only is that one more monitor.
We're
Oh,
live.
hi.
We're talking about monitors and how
It
many
looks
we
like
have for monitor envy. You know, I got 4, but each of them's only 22
Not the size of the
inches.
monitor.
It is the size of the monitor. I'm
Robert,
sorry.
it appears that I am brimp
Oh.
and giddy.
Oh no, you're 2 people.
Refresh rate, in particular.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, he really is.
How that?
I am merely a voice in the background.
It must be Monday. Oh,
It's just another
face is too big.
Monday.
Just another camera Monday.
All right, fixing this camera. You guys vamp for a little bit. Say hello. Does someone do the intro? You guys have it all memorized at this point.
Welcome
right?
back to another episode of Whispers of Doom,
Doom.
where a bunch of rusty doomers get together and rust their dooms. I don't know. I had it there for half a second. I tried to make it something that it wasn't going to be. Somebody else try.
We're gonna be. We got that statue lady to fight, right? So
Get
She's
set
all-
on by.
All sorts of rusty doom hidden in those
Yeah.
statue titties.
Oh no.
I'm very tired, so I apologize for anything and everything that I will be saying tonight.
This is your one and only warning.
This is, in fact,
buckle up.
your only warning. Any
Well.
filter I had left is probably dead.
It's getting
Right.
worse from here.
Well, hopefully Robert can step in and make it better.
Me?
Once
If anything,
he
I just make it worse.
Feels
I was gonna
Right.
say, remember
Yeah.
who we're talking about right now.
at least bring us back into.
He's gonna enable me.
This is episode
He
42.
is right now. There it is.
Chapter 1,
Two,
Bones
two,
and
two.
Ashes. I named this episode AHHLAZNIST because they're fighting a statue of her, and they might die because this is this is gonna be a terrible fight.
Right.
Fuck.
It's
Good stuff.
gonna be-
I don't have arts. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we just got.
Yeah, Giddy just got his art done and now he's gonna fucking die.
Oh shit. Yeah. I'm not gonna spend too much time doing this intro, so let's just introduce ourselves. Who are you playing? Who are you? And when you walk into a bathroom stall to go number 2, do you go for the first stall or second? Or handicap? Dylan.
Ooh. Mm.
Aha.
My name is Dylan. I'm playing Calliope Dan Muir, human champion of Pharasma. I never say this, but my name in Twitch chat and stuff is Echo Leader. I figure I should eventually say that. When I go to the bathroom, to a public bathroom to use the stall, I'm probably having to go pretty bad, so I'm just gonna go for whichever one I can get into, honestly. Don't love doing that. I will if I have to. So the first if it's open, handicap if it's open. A lot of times there's only 2. So if both are open, I'll go for the smaller one and leave. Respect the handicap.
Fair.
That's fair.
So let me give you some context. The reason why I'm asking is because my house flooded, and I've been going to Lowe's and Home Depot more often than I've ever been in my life to do repairs. And for whatever reason, as soon as I walk in, I gotta hit the boom boom room. I don't know why.
Mm.
And
It's a
It's like the
Pavlovian
Barnes and Noble
response at this
effect.
point.
yeah, it's just. Am I
Yeah,
trained? Is this just like?
yeah.
It's
happening?
exactly like the Barnes and Noble effect, just in a different store.
Yeah, fair. All right, there's a context. Who's next?
Jacob.
Sure. You're gonna make me sound like a monster here. I am Jacob, playing Silflay Flomgas, an Oracle Leshy. When I go to the bathroom at work, I don't know. I can't do number 2. I have to do that personally at home. But I will often opt for the handicap because I really like the real estate. And on my floor where I work, the bathroom is rarely ever used because there's not. I don't know. It just I go at the
Shame
right
on you,
time.
Jacob.
So
Shame on
Yeah,
you, Jacob. I'm calling the
I
handicap
have
police.
I have never once been in there and someone has knocked saying, "Hey, I need this," it's never happened in the
You're just
number of years I've worked
Sitting
there.
down
so.
in that big old stall and you see wheels roll by, you're like, oh no.
Oh no, that'd be the worst.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm never in there that long because I don't do number 2.
You're a quick
Self-conscious, I
shitter.
guess.
Oh no, guess not.
Yeah. Well, I
I
don't know.
wouldn't say you're a monster.
A non-shitter.
Yes. I never had the dorm experience or anything like that, so I'm probably much more self-conscious than your average individual. Nick.
Hello, I'm Nick, and I'll be playing Brip Moonkling, the Tripkey Ranger. And I worked construction for like 15 years, so I've done a lot of things, you know, and had to go places that are very unfortunate, but I've had to do it, you know. What are you going to do?
I got the topic for next week now.
You
Come up
know?
with things you think Nick has done in a public
You
bathroom.
go to the porta potty
That's
on the
another
job
topic to
site
add to the
and you're
list.
miles from civilization and there's no toilet paper, you know. Sometimes you walk in with one more sleeve than you walk out, you know.
One less sleeve, yeah, that's funny.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, I misheard what you said. I thought you said one more sleeve. I was like, how does that work?
It's from the other guy. Like, this is a perfectly good sleeve. There's a little shit on it, but I'm taking it.
Just a little bit of a wash and a bleach, it'll be fine.
You're just like, does this just look reusable to you?
Somebody's wearing it like a Survivor headband later on.
Gross.
It's a hot day.
Last but not least.
How did we get
That
here?
leaves you, Cody.
All right. Hello. My name is Cody, otherwise known as Bard Tales here on Twitch. And I play Giddy, a goblin summoner with his Hellcat Ignara, otherwise known as Iggy. And I have a moral quandary every time I walk into a public restroom when it comes to having to choose which stall to go into. If there's more than one, I go for whichever one is like every other, and then hopefully there's no one in either of them, or like in the ones near, like next door. I try to go there. If there is a handicap stall, and I feel very confident that somebody in a wheelchair is not about to enter, then I might go in there, but that is only if I'm feeling very confident that day. Otherwise, I do try to avoid the handicap stall at all costs.
See, told you guys would make me sound like a monster. I am very confident. I know my
So-
workplace.
At
Yeah,
my
exactly.
work,
It's like
at my
nobody-
work, though, my work bathroom only has one stall.
Same.
He's like, to be fair, it's on the 3rd floor and we don't have an elevator, so
Yeah, exactly.
It is on the 3rd floor.
Why is this handicap stall up here?
This is not an ADA office.
Yeah, no, we only have one stall at my work, so that restroom regularly becomes my alone time and refresh rate.
Alone time.
And listen, there are 2 different types of alone time in this world. But one of them is appropriate for work, and the other one is questionable.
As an IT systems
So-
admin, I see what you're doing at work. And you should
Mostly looking
Not
up
in the
eBay
bathroom,
auctions.
hopefully.
But yeah, I think that's my public bathroom take.
Nice.
that was fun.
I have a tactic whenever I go into a bathroom is never the first stall, always the 2nd or 3rd. Because people going in there, they'll just rush in and head to the first one usually, right? So even if it's the handicap one and it's the 2nd one, that's the one I'm going to. Rule of thumb. So I'm the
Yeah,
monster,
there-
Jacob. I have
There
no
is a
qualms.
caveat though.
I'll just
You've gotta inspect it.
yeah.
There
Pop the
it
door
is.
open.
Like-
Is it good? No.
Yeah. Like, oh no, somebody just left that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to the next one.
If
Right.
it looks sketchy, I don't care how bad I have to go. If it's the only stall in the world, I'm taking my business elsewhere.
It's the one instance where you don't want a heated seat.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be able to
Yes.
see if it was heated or not before you sat down.
You're like, Wow, this heated seat. Where'd you plug it in at? So
Put the
warm.
back of your hand up to the seat.
Wow, that seat has steam coming off of it.
Oh no. All right, that's our intro.
Gross.
That's our quick banter topic. Now for
Everyone, all
you
our
folks
viewers.
out there in Twitch land, there's a new feature that I'm trying out. I'm using a website called Streamloots because I saw they had a cool thing that you can do. If you want to help support us and the channel, you can check out some cards that I've created specifically for our PF2E games. Basically, you can purchase some booster packs with cards that will have an effect on the narrative of the game as well as combat. So check it out. There should be a link in chat. Actually, I'll pin it so it's there for you guys to reference, but it's streamloots.com/deathdreams_live. And there you'll be able to see all the possibilities of cards. This is just the beginning. And if it's cool and it works out, I can make some more. But it goes from common to uncommon, rare, and then legendary cards. So give those looks. See if any pique your interest, so you can fuck our game up or make it better. Yeah, I think it's cool. It should be fun. I'm gonna give it a whirl.
And if you want to try before you buy, if you type in 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5, I will play one.
There you go. And I'm happy to gift some out too. If you just ask nicely, I might give you some booster packs. I'm only allowed to give out, I think, 5 a week. But yeah, give it a whirl. We'll try it out. Why not?
It seems like a lot.
5 packs. Well, the packs have anywhere from 1 to 3 cards in it. So it's not like you're getting a whole bunch of cards.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
pack.
like a 11 card booster or something.
Yeah, no, I think I've only got like 26 or 27 cards generated anyways, but I digress. Let's get into it, shall we? Are you guys ready to
Let's
live by the
by the
die?
die.
Live by the die.
Die by the die.
And
Die by the die.
Last time
Let
on
me do it right.
Whispers of Doom, the group met with the local sage and head of the Rune Watchers, Brodert Queek. There, they sold him an ancient map and note from a lieutenant in the Rune Lord AHHLAZNIST military, confirming his theory that the old light of Sandpoint was, in fact, a weapon of mass destruction. A defensive tower that could fire blazing rays of inferno from miles away. They also learned of a person named Lyra LaRue that worked for an opposing Rune Lord named Karzug, who they had also learned set up a significant cohort nearby in the plateau that is known today as the Pit. Then they did some shopping. Sylphae got a new hat from Vovashali. Calliope picked up her armor and had the dwarven smith Dormic Ironfist remove demonic runes from a cold iron dagger. And figuring they'd need more information and still wait for Aldrani to arrive, they decided to head back down into the Hellstorm catacombs beneath the boneyard of the Sandpoint Cathedral to use some garnets to open up the Rune Lord doors and avoid some Rune Lord traps. After being mostly successful traversing through the trapped rooms, the group found a statue of Rune Lord AHHLAZNIST herself, holding a rancer in one hand and an upturned open hand. They placed the largest garnet they had into the hand and retrieved the rancer without incident. The rancer's pommel held a secret compartment with scrolls and more exposition. Figuring they were done with everything in that room, Giddy retrieved the garnet from the statue's hand only to find it animate and raise its hand with violent magical energy. Also, Calliope remembered that they were being followed. Anyways, let's roll for some initiative.
I have that in my notes to bring up at the appropriate time.
Wait, I forgot something. I was gonna tell you all. No, this is actually kind of cool and important Foundry thing I found out the other day.
Oh.
So, I didn't know that Robert, you as the GM have the ability to create a new journal for us to where we can all add to it as notes.
Oh, yes.
And keep it all right there. I just discovered that the other day. I feel like that would be a very helpful feature for all of us.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I can create a party journal for you guys. I'll do that while we get into this combat. So let's
Yeah, sounds great.
roll for initiative. Like,
See,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
say things that are helpful sometimes.
come on. Come on.
I will say-
Initiative.
Never
Nope.
mind.
You'll see what.
Nope.
Don't let me
Yeah, make
randomly
me.
spouting
You
things
will, in
off
fact,
you from
not
saying what you
say.
want to say.
No, it is not important.
Oh,
All right, there's your initiatives. Let's hit the roll button.
it's like that old song used to say. Say what you need to say.
Oh,
Say what
yeah.
you need to
I was
say.
thinking that too, sort of in my head.
Yeah. I was hearing that song myself.
That one and the other one that's like, so you had a bad day. They both like cling to my brain.
I don't
Guys,
see Calliope's
I want to
initiative.
play one of these cards for the start of combat. I need somebody to roll a d5 for me.
A D5? Alright.
A d5. Roll a d5. Because this way, it's not my fault if it's the bad one.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I think 2 went in there. I don't know what is happening.
Oh, I don't know why it rolled twice, but
Yeah.
Okay. 2?
apparently.
2?
Oh,
Aw.
man.
It could have been 1, Cody. Could have been 1.
I'm glad it wasn't, question mark?
Oh, you know what? I don't think I.
Are you not going to tell me what it did?
Would one assume that the crossbow is loaded?
All
I don't
right,
have it.
let's get this combat underway. So the statue of AHHLAZNIST got a 31, Brip with a 20, Calliope 18, Giddy with a 16, and Silflay with a 9. Starting this
Oops.
combat off.
I played the card, so we'll see
Ignore
what
that,
happens.
Robert.
I don't know.
I see it. I see the card.
Oh man, the last time we got attacked by a living statue, it wasn't that bad, right?
I got. s-
Activity fee, there it is.
Oh,
Spellcrashers
rock
has
slide.
played Rock Slide.
Could have been the one.
So
We got the
Rock
bad one, Cody.
Slide.
Oh, well, never mind.
This is an interrupt. If you play Magic, or not. The Earth shakes suddenly.
Counterspell.
Let's see. I'm gonna pick either of these two rooms. So I'm gonna pick the top or the bottom. So we've got the statue of AHHLAZNIST in the room with Iggy, just below to the south. We've got Calliope, Giddy, and Silflay. Separate room there. So I'm gonna pick either their room or the statue's room.
You're gonna pick?
Top is them. All right. So in a 10 by 10 square.
Loosely.
So the earth shudders. Iggy and the statue are going to make reflex saves right now. And
All right.
we'll just say that entire area is difficult terrain.
Okay, Iggy got a 19.
Okay.
Hopefully that's good.
It is. Oh, actually, let me double check.
No, the save was actually a 37,
I'm so far away.
a 39. So Iggy dies, therefore Giddy dies.
Sorry. It's...
Whoa.
New feature, everybody. Give him a minute.
Giddy just made it. So Giddy's going to take half of 3d6, and the statue is there. Where's their save at? Reflex.
Can't imagine a statue being very reflexive, but
One with
magic is involved.
It rolls pretty fucking good. So the statue's able to avoid any of the falling damage from the rock slide. Giddy,
Cool.
not all of it, half. So
Yeah, Iggy's gonna take half.
Takes no damage.
oh, why?
We'll take it.
Oh, it's because you have to take the damage. That's right. I forgot.
Ha ha ha!
Oh.
What are these rocks made out of? Styrofoam?
These rocks made for ants.
Yeah.
These rocks made for ants are on fire.
All right, so
Yeah, they're
the
fire
statue
rocks.
casts a spell.
Oh.
From behind Silflay, the ground erupts with thorny brambles of roots. Behind you, basically, there's a 5-foot thick wall of thorns. That goes
Oh, she blocked her exit.
across the entirety
Lovely.
of this space. Just try.
Where?
Nice line.
I think it like
Like-
right.
Oh, I think I kind of see now.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that
The
block
audio
vision?
listeners, I hope Robert has just drawn
The sh-
A mint-colored line
a
of thorns.
mint-colored dental floss explosion
Yeah.
behind Silflay.
So
Dental floss explosion. New band name.
the wall stands vertically. If you wish, the wall can be of a shorter height or length. Blah 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 blah. For every move action a creature uses to enter at least one of the wall spaces, the creature takes 3d4 piercing damage. It's got an AC,
Do I-
hardness, some hit points, it's immune to critical hits, and precision damage. But you can destroy a section, and that is her turn. Rip.
Do I need to make a reflex save since I'm in the square?
Everything on each side of the wall also has cover from creatures opposite. For every move action a creature uses to enter. So, I don't think so. Not now. But Brip, if you move up to the south next to the wall, you're adjacent to it, you would take some damage. There's no...
oh, like for getting next to it.
Yes.
Oh,
It's like walking into a rose bush.
Right.
I was stealthing up here,
Okay.
and
got
I
the
wanted to
stealth
like
check.
take. My plan was to more like stealth and take cover behind this wall.
You don't have...
And kind of shoot through there.
You can't see through the wall. Or, sorry, everything... what did it say? Everything has concealment?
Yes,
said cover.
I got a plan for that.
Oh, cover from creatures on the opposite side.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
I'm looking to stealth up here. And oops. I want to take cover.
Okay.
And then I want to hunt prey.
Okay.
So Brip walks into the room to the north near the door, stealthily creeps up to the wall and kind of leans his back up against the wall, taking cover against the wall, peeks around the corner and assesses his prey's weakness with his hunt prey ability.
Okay. You're going to take some damage from the wall of thorns. 8 points of
Owie.
damage.
Damn.
Okay. Is that all your actions, Brip?
That is
Okay.
sneak, take cover, hunt prey.
All right, Calliope and then Giddy.
All right. Calliope was walking out of this room, not really expecting this to happen. But she senses this statue come to life, turns on her heel, wheels around, grabs her sword, which has been out. She's going to walk into that second room to the north. You did say it's difficult terrain, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that is kind of a half space. I'm assuming that she could still stand there and not have any.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. So she's gonna move 5 feet up and then 5 feet up diagonal to the west,
Gotcha.
standing next to this statue here. That is going to be one move action. Then she is going to swing. Just gonna quick swing at this. She's gonna. No, she's not. Sorry. Single action swing. Should have targeted. I apologize. That's a 3 on the die. So that's a total of a 14. I'm assuming that's a miss.
That is a miss.
And then she will... Getting right up next to this thing, she's going to... Oof.
Oof.
One action cast shield.
All right.
And that will be her turn.
Nice. Giddy. Then to finish the round is Silflay.
All right, so I think Giddy, after Iggy got hit by the falling debris, or whatever we want to call that, the bruises show up on his body instead of Iggy's, visibly, and then I think he would look back at Silflay after hearing something like appearing behind him, sprouting even, and just be like, Silflay, did you make that?
Angry statue.
Okay, fair enough. It probably was the angry statue. It was plants, and you're back there, and you may or may not be a plant. So anyway.
That's kind of speciest, you know.
Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Yes.
So, shit. I don't know if it's a good idea to fight the statue. So,
I don't think we're leaving.
Well, you say that, but last I checked, most plants don't like fire. So
You can't see it, but side eye.
So I think Giddy is going to attempt to make a gap in this wall of thorns by Silflay at the open door rather than the closed door. Giddy would like to cast Ignition on the wall.
Okay.
So let's do that. And then I can't really target it, so you just want me to roll a d20 and add my casting to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So that's going to be a 17.
17's a hit.
Alright. And then Ignition. Damage. Yeah. That's going to be 9 points of fire damage on this thorn wall.
Okay. It looks like the wall just takes it. It seems to be almost unaffected by the fire.
Alright, well, my theory was proven wrong. Iggy!
The fire kind of just like it butts into it and leaves sparks and singes, but you feel like the strength of your fire wasn't strong enough to hurt it.
Fair enough. Alright, we'll have to try something else later. But for now, Iggy. I don't know what you could do, but get it. So Iggy is going to strike out at this statue. With her claws. That was probably should have been a 13 in fairness, because I forgot the map. But either way, it was a miss. So Iggy goes to swipe at it and just can't seem to make a dent or scratch in it.
Bear attack hits your map. Your animal companion's second attack would hit your multiple attack penalty.
We share pretty much everything.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That seems whack, but I understand.
Really?
I mean, as far as I'm aware.
I think we should double check that, because I think they have their own. I think they work off their own line of versus yours. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because it's
Well, in that case, I hit the right button.
Creature. Even with the -5, that would have hit.
When I hear whack, I think of Washington Administrative Code.
Oh, it should have hit.
Yeah, that should have hit.
Oh, weird. Because I
Except
had the
for
statue targeted.
Oh wait, I thought is this not is map not applied to this attack, or was it?
I did not apply it. I was saying I probably
Oh,
should
I see.
have, but maybe
Sorry.
I'm wrong.
Sorry. Yeah, let's just double check. That's a miss then.
Got it.
All right. Sorry.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Silflay, you're up, and then top of round 2.
Okay. Gonna move up and away. One action. I'm gonna cast Guidance on Calliope.
Okay.
Cool.
And I'm gonna shield myself.
Nice.
Okay. That is all 3 actions. Bing, bang, boom.
All right. The Rune Lord of Wrath turns to you, Calliope. Sees that you have her Rancer. Right, you picked it up, I think. You have it.
Yeah. It's on her back.
And... How... gonna do this?
And she says, "Oh, you look so pretty with my spear on your back. I'm going to allow you all to leave. Goodbye."
Yes. Summoners and Eidolon share map. You were correct.
I knew it.
Ah. Congratulations. You're right.
Yeah, I did it.
And she's gonna try to punch Calliope. Hiya!
Punch.
You gotta get bopped by a statue.
At least you're not getting hit by that
Natural
weapon.
20.
Well, you spoke too soon, Nick.
My bad.
Not getting hit by the weapon, though, is very good.
That's
in
also
this
still
case.
true,
A
actually.
Rancer is probably a D10, D12.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, you just got critically punched instead of critically,
Oh my god.
you know, halberded.
That's not good.
You, Max.
Oh my god. You're gonna hit for 42 points of damage.
Oh,
Ooh.
Critical
Jail.
fist.
oh my goodness.
I'm going
max
to.
damage.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
sure
use
did.
a reaction to. Calliope will basically, by getting hit, fuck. The statue probably doesn't take mental damage.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, 5 hit points at this point isn't going to be the make or break, so I'm not going to do the shield raise reaction. But she will trigger Iron Command and use Iron Repercussions. So basically, this energy emits from Calliope, and the statue feels like they've done something wrong. Maybe if they are subject to mental effects, they can either kneel and drop prone as a free action, or they can refuse and take 1d6 persistent mental damage. I'm choosing to make it 1d6 persistent.
Okay.
So you make that choice now.
If that was around, sir, you'd be dead.
They're immune to mental.
God, this. Fuck. Okay. That's the reaction.
And we got a card play from Anchor 89, Guiding Hand.
Oh, no. That's either going to be good or bad.
You're suddenly imbued with divine or supernatural insight and guidance, +1 to a die roll. Lasts
Oh,
until
hey.
used or an hour, in-game hour. Who would you want that to go to, Anchor? Well, we get that from
Then-
Anchor.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it being immune. Dylan needs the help. You're right.
I'm gonna go down before I get to do anything. She's gonna punch me again.
Let's see.
You got your little plant friend here to help, though.
Hopefully.
I got healing spells.
All right, so Dylan, you get the guiding hand from Anchor 89. Thank you, 89. Anchor 89.
Thank you, Anchor.
Words. Words are hard sometimes. So yeah, you get punched, critically punched. Let's say in your throat, and the statue reels, like pumps back to throw another punch, but instead is going to let loose it just screams out this weird sonic boom in front of you, and it just your head is like just catching waves of this sonic attack. Go ahead and roll a fortitude save, please.
Calliope.
Yes, just Calliope.
Fuck. I'm gonna use that +1.
Okay. That +1 actually does turn into a success. So you're going to take half of this damage.
God, it's gonna kill me still. I only have
Voice boom smashing what's in front of you.
Puntos.
Each creature and unattended object in the area takes 1d8 sonic damage. If you've already dealt damage to an enemy this turn with a strike or spell, increase the damage die to d12.
Fuck that. I'm gonna go down, y'all.
So
A
this
low
is
roll. Maybe.
just a... here's the damage.
Oh, 3d12. Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
would have to be.
I thought he said
very
1d12.
low.
Oh, fuck.
It is not a crit, but Calliope goes down.
Oh.
Oh man, that is brutal.
That is the statue's turn.
Holy
you're
shit.
up. Followed by Giddy.
Rip
you don't
is
be
going
dying
to.
one, actually.
I was just gonna fix it. Yeah, I got it.
Brip is going to take a 2-action hunter's aim. He pulls his crossbow up and takes a moment to aim at the statue. 13 on the die for a 26 is a hit on my end. Can I add my sneak attack?
Creature's immune to precision. Wait, is it?
Sneak
does not.
attack is separate than precision. Because I have both.
Okay. They're not immune to precision damage anyway, so go ahead. Go
But what about
right
sneak attack?
ahead.
It's technically not precision damage because they stack.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, look at all that.
14
that's something.
damage to statuette.
Looks like
Ooh.
some of the damage that doesn't go through. Your arrow just chips off a little bit of her shoulder.
With Brip's final action, he's going to use one action to swap. Or I guess he'll just... Would it take an action to hold my crossbow with one hand and another action to draw another weapon?
I would just...
I'm gonna...
Sure, we'll just say it's one action to pull a weapon.
So he's switching to his short sword with his final action.
Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's his turn.
Giddy, you're up.
All right. So I think seeing Calliope get annihilated by the statue, Giddy is going to have Iggy get the fuck out of there. All right, Iggy, we don't have time for this. So I'm gonna need you to get out of there because if you die, I die. At the same time, it would require both of them to move. Not great. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Wait a minute. Still play.
Yeah.
Who took the other thing out of his hand?
I point to Calliope.
I think Brip took the scrolls.
Yeah.
Well, there was
Oh, that makes sense. Brip does have stuff in his inventory that I didn't know what it was. I didn't remember.
That came out of the Rancor though.
Mhm.
so there was a spear, and then there was something else.
We took the garnet that we put in.
It was.
I wonder.
It didn't animate until I think.
Iggy took the thing out of
Oh yeah,
its hand.
Iggy took the
Oh
garden.
yeah,
out
it
of her hand.
was Iggy.
Yeah.
So,
I thought it was Giddy.
all right. Well, maybe if we give it back, it'll kill. It'll chill out. Words are hard. It'll chill out.
Maybe. Dropping around. I need to get her, but run.
All right, Iggy. I'm gonna hand you back the garnet that you took. I feel like Iggy definitely side eyes Giddy in this moment. And just like, just put it back in the open hand. Just put it back in the open hand, okay? And Iggy is going to do that.
Because the statue's animated, it's gonna be very difficult, and she's literally like using her hands to cast spells too.
I was kind of hoping that the one hand was still there, just kind of like.
Just like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, Iggy can try with just a attack. If you hit your AC, I'll say that there's a chance it'll work.
Okay. I like that odd better than just about anything else right now. So, all right, Iggy, try to give it back to her. All right. I'm gonna obol the shit out of that.
Okay.
That was a 14 total of 3 on the die
Yeah.
for the audio.
Baby girl.
3 on the die
happened
again.
again.
All right, we're using our last obol. Dear sweet Jesus.
Going all in.
Oh! 19
Here
on
we
the
go.
die.
That's
So
a 30.
As Calliope goes down, the statue turns to regard the rest of you, and just as it does, Giddy's able to plop the garnet into the statue's hand, and it looks down at it, and then back up at you guys. We'll see what it does on its turn.
Oh man.
All right, so with that knowledge, Giddy is going to. I don't know how many actions that actually was. Because in my mind,
Probably
Iggy
2.
just had the garnet anyway.
Yeah, probably a command and then an attack from Iggy. That's what I would argue.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
I was hoping you were going to say a free action and an action, so that way Giddy could heal Calliope. But
You could act together, couldn't you? While Iggy was doing that, you could have done something else.
sure.
Oh, I guess that's Iggy's one action for Iggy. You still, Giddy would still have 2 actions.
I feel it. I feel it in my soul.
Some of those are confusing.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
a little funky. I mean, if Robert's cool with it, I would love to heal Calliope.
Yeah, the summoners you get 3 actions, and one of them you can both act.
Yeah, so
Okay, that
you would-
makes.
You would do act together, so Iggy can do something and you do something at the same time, and then that
Okay.
kind of frees up an action for you or Iggy to use, I think.
Okay, so can we say that I do that and then do the 2 action heal?
And Eidolon's pretty much a mature animal companion with gets its own action.
2 action heal. Because act together's a 2 action thing, right?
1 action.
Oh, it's 1 action? Oh yeah, that's fine.
Mhm. Okay, cool. So we're gonna use that, and then all right, and then Giddy is going to summon the flame inside of the staff of healing that he is carrying around, and the trail of fire is going to make its way over to Calliope, and we are going to heal Calliope for It's 1d8 plus 8, 2d8 plus 8, right?
Yes.
Should be,
Oh,
yeah, 1d8. plus
1d8 plus 8, I feel like.
The staff makes a distant heal 1 action.
No.
Are you casting from the spell or casting from the staff?
Yeah, I'm casting from the staff. Oh, I see it there. The amount of healing. No. Okay. So. No. Oh, hello. Okay. So we're gonna do this right here. All right, Calliope is gonna be healed for 15 points of fire healing goodness.
Cool.
That will take one of Giddy's first rank spell slots out.
Alright, Calliope, you are now wounded 1. Your eyes kind of flutter open. Feel the warmth. The healing warmth. Cast over you from Giddy and his staff of healing.
Yay, she says on the ground. I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Alright, Silflay, you're up.
Seeing that Calliope is back up now, we're gonna see kind of this glow from one of the eyes under my mask as I activate Sanctuary onto Calliope.
Cool.
Where there it is. It's in my items here. Cool. So essentially, if the lady wants to attack Calliope, they need to pass a 20 will save
Gotcha.
to attack them.
Okay.
It's 2 actions, and then my last action. I'm gonna throw this protective energy over Calliope, come back and throw up protective energy around me again, and just sort of maintain or flavor this shield that I've erected around myself.
Excellent.
Dylan, you might have to drag the sanctuary onto yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
My sanctuary, yeah.
Oh, I had a
Right.
whole conversation about Uchida Hikaru on Friday.
Alright, top of the next round,
As
Calliope.
you should.
You're on the ground. Healed up. Sanctuaried.
Kingdom Hearts 2 OSD blaring in the background.
Yeah. As a reminder, Sanctuary, if you take any hostile actions, it will drop.
Yes. I cannot apply it to my thing, but
Oh, it's
I'm
a
not gonna
spell.
worry
It doesn't
about
have a
that.
spell effect that you can drag onto you.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just
Okay,
noticed that.
got it. No worries.
We gotta remember.
It wouldn't let me
Calliope.
cast it. I don't know how to cast it for my item.
Oh yeah, I was struggling with my staff of healing too in that same way.
Calliope is going to grab her sword, stand up, and lay on hands upon herself.
Lay up hand. Lay on hands upon yourself. Jesus.
Lay it on hands
Lay
upon
on hands upon
myself.
myself. When I help myself, I help myself. I don't know.
That's
that did
where I
not
was
work.
going, but my brain
I,
is not working tonight.
I followed your lead, but I couldn't make it any better. And that'll be Calliope's turn, so I'll handle that stuff.
Okay.
Great, another musical episode.
Oh no, what the hell?
It is the statue's turn. Statue has a garnet in one of her hands. Other hand is empty. She regards Iggy. She kind of resumes her position atop the raised platform, and she resumes her status as a statue.
Oh my god.
Woo.
Oh, you're welcome, everyone.
Hmm.
Quick on my feet, quick on my brain.
Are these vines and thorns still here?
They are still there, unfortunately.
Brip
Looks
is
back.
out
Shit.
with his short sword out, but if we're out of combat, he would still strike at it, trying to free up for everyone else.
Okay. Hit it over and over again. And then after a minute, the wall dissipates. Just falls to detritus on the ground. Detritus.
Detroit.
Damn,
Ooh.
Wow,
Ooh.
two nat
20s
20s in a
in
row there. For
Yeah.
1,000 melee
You
attacks.
didn't have to roll so
I bet.
much.
Yeah, you wasted those.
Thank you for wasting.
There's only a limited supply.
He was working really hard to save you guys.
Anchor, don't you dare say that was easy when Calliope nearly got crit
Dude,
killed
that
in one
was
shot.
Not good.
If that
If
was
it-
me, I had exactly 42 HP left.
Well,
That's crazy.
we should go.
Good thing I've seen enough television and Indiana Jones to know.
I don't know what that means, but
doesn't
apparently the
make any
garment was a
sense.
fair trade.
How did it leave her hand to begin with?
I wasn't even in the same room.
Whatever, let's get out of here. And Calliope's just like walking out. Oh, by
All
the
right,
way,
you-
some shadowy figure was following us last night.
Huh?
I said it.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It just came to me. I think as I was unconscious on the floor, I remembered.
Lying on the floor.
Be wary
Surrounded.
of that. Let's get out of here.
You just
All right.
woke
Are
up
you
after
guys
getting
Go
knocked
all
out.
the way
remember
back
that?
up, or do we want to
Yeah.
check out that secret? I can heal you, Mo. You still kind of banged up.
If we see any more statues, we're not going anywhere near it.
Right here. It's still early in the day.
My only thought is if we know that these passages are probably a long way off. I don't know how long it'll take to fully investigate them. I want to make sure that we're here and in town when Adrani arrives so we can speak to her immediately, but if you want to go,
Bitch.
I'll take your 1 point of fucking healing.
can
Because
see-
it was a 2 action, it was a
Oh.
+8, so it's
Hey.
9.
Okay.
That happens so much.
Yes.
It really does.
I do. No, it stays there. I'm still wounded 1.
Treat wounds.
If we do choose to go on, we'll need to spend some time. I'll need a little bit more healing, and you all otherwise look fully healthy. So I would need to refocus and take some time to treat my wounds. It's
fair.
so hard to not meta that, because it's literally like, we're gonna treat your wounds. Whatever, you can't. Okay, so sorry,
Are you sitting down to heal?
I got hung up there.
Are we taking 10 minutes?
Okay, yeah, well, I'll need to refocus and then attend to my wounds. I can't do both at the same time, unfortunately. So
Take the time you need. I think as long as we stay roughly
It
around
is.
here.
Brip has been pretty handy.
I think it's, easy to game plan while we're spending time down. So it's just really, we have these secret tunnels, right? Q Avatar. We have these secret tunnels. Do we intend to go down any of these, or do we just call it a day here and then go back? We haven't been down here that long.
No, you
This
haven't.
plan seems to work. We go in, Calliope takes the brunt, and then We heal up and do it again.
So there are 2 tunnels. There's one that goes off to the west. It looks like it was completely burnt up, and that's where you found that secret room with that altar to Yamasoth. And then the other tunnel where the goblin ghouls were to the east. Looks like that meandered further to the east.
So west, just directionally wise,
West or
is that the plateau or
east
is
would
that
be the
east?
plateau. It's kind of south. It's very
East would be the plateau.
southeastward. And then to the west is to
Okay.
the coast.
Okay.
So if we don't want to go all the way to the plateau today, right? Because we want to meet your friend. If we go
We said east.
east to the coast, well, perhaps it goes in that direction. That would probably that would likely keep our travel within the day.
It's still pretty early.
Exactly. It should allow us to get back in the time for your friend to come. And also, if the goblins, if those ghouls had come from the other direction, you may have more opportunities to smite Pharasma's favorite foe.
I imagine
Nice alliteration.
Calliope smiled just like Dylan did.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
I
That's
smirk
both
you
at
had
the
was
wordplay
perfect. It was like,
and at the opportunity to smite Pharasma's favorite foe.
you SFFF, bro? I mean, no way.
Well, again, I just want to make sure that we're back in time. We'll have to keep an eye on the
SPF.
sun, even though we're underground. Can anybody else do any more healing? I have the ability to magically heal, but I would love to save that for a more dire circumstance.
You got potions, but there's 1 potion in the stash.
Maybe she would just cast 1 action heal on herself.
Cast the 2 action healer on yourself, and you get up to +8, right?
I think 1 action is still better.
Mm,
Or am I tripping?
you might be tripping a little.
Yeah,
Alright, well,
2
she'll
action
do
heal is
that.
the strongest. Is the 2 action heal has the biggest bonus. Because the 1 action is touch, the 2 action is ranged with the bonus, and then the 3 action one's 30-foot emanation or burst at just, I think, 2d8, depending on your level.
Yeah.
While you do that,
Hmm.
sounds like Silflay is trying to drum up a direction for you guys to head. What's the conversation like?
Well, I don't know if we should really. I mean, I get what you're saying, but if we start heading that direction, we run into trouble. Then there's no guarantee we're going to be back in time.
Well, but we're not going out to the plateau, right? The first one we found is way out. But this other one, if it goes to the coast,
We should get there a lot quicker.
it goes in that direction, right? So worst case scenario, I mean, we could get to the coast in, 30 minutes if it was a straight walk?
Maybe.
And I feel like if we ran into those ghouls, we would make quick work of them.
Sure. I don't know. I mean,
We don't have to touch anything. Mostly.
you and I both know that that's not going to happen, so like,
Yeah, because I could shoot them from a distance.
Giddy, very intently looking at Soleil. You and I both know that is not going to happen.
Okay. Fair. I'm just. I don't know. We had a talk last night about really pushing in, and then we get here, and I won't lie, if I got hit in the throat like that, I probably wouldn't have gotten up. But
Calliope has healed herself up to as high as she can get during this conversation. Has been holding the Ransor and looking at the Ransor, and at that she kind of like looks up and is like, I thought we were just going to investigate this last room. It's not about, I could take a punch in the throat. I've been punched in the throat before. I'll get punched in the throat again. Punch me in the throat right now.
Do it.
That's great. I was saying that I can't.
Just like standing over the top of you. Yes.
Jump up and punch me in the throat.
Yeah. No, try me.
You won't.
No. Okay. I apologize. Shouldn't have let that get to me. I apologize.
That was a lot of intensity. I was saying you're better at me than taking a punch to the throat. You know what? Do we want to try the other? Do we want to try the other passage and see where it goes?
Whoa.
I'm fine for that. We just, again, we shouldn't waste too much time just walking. If it leads to something quick, I'm all for it, but after X amount of time that seems logical to my character, we'll turn around.
Well, let's
But
head
I don't
towards
really
the
know.
beach then.
I have no idea whether this is on the map, Robert, but
Yeah.
if
Oh,
you
that's
could point
right.
us in the right direction.
So I'll just say that you guys head to the southwestern portion of this ancient facility to find this fire-scarred hall. The walls, floor, and ceiling of this long, pitch-dark hall are blasted with black and soot, and a fine layer of ash covers the entirety of the floor. Scattered here and there are heaps of ash. Some may even strangely look like shadows of where people may have been laying.
Some Vesuvius shit.
And maybe there's a few fragments of old bone protruding from these piles of ash. And the tunnel heads further to the west. If you've got Arcana, please roll it. Should be in the chat for you.
Well, I wonder if I do.
Rolling.
Arcana.
Oh, I don't actually.
I'm untrained.
I'm also untrained. Giddy does not understand the ways of the arcane.
With 19 on the die for a
Calliope
25.
does.
Nice.
Am I the only
Calliope
Arcana trained?
knows.
You are.
Yeah,
Oh.
seems like it.
All right. So as you're walking through this dark
Champion.
hallway,
Right.
you're realizing that the remains and the way that this blast was emitted. You're 100% sure that this was some kind of magical fire that tore through here ages ago. And it seems to have come from the east, where you guys were just coming from. Yes, but let's see.
I tell them that. Calliope shares that information. I
This
wonder if it
many.
was those same combusted that we fought. Maybe not the same exact ones, but
This is like really intense. And I like poke one of the ash piles.
Just crumbles.
It's really smooth. Like
Yeah.
that's very hot.
And we got some cool stuff from that statue.
It's finer than
I got
flour.
these scrolls.
Yeah, I pick up like a full handful. Like,
This is really good. Like this is thinner than what falls on me.
yes, but those are
Looks organic.
don't touch that.
You want some bone meal?
Oh.
I wipe it on my
Under it. That is someone. Was someone.
The
one point.
so the tunnel only continues on for about 200 more feet before coming to a collapse. If you have survival or any kind of sense of direction, let me know or roll it.
How do I not have survivor? I have tools though. I have
do have
things.
survival.
I'm a survivey boy.
Digging through
I'm
stuff.
a survivor.
Rip,
Jesus.
you succeed with your survival check, and you realize that this tunnel leads directly to underneath the old light.
Oh, shit.
My God, guys, you're not gonna believe this.
Who's God?
I said, guys.
Which one?
Oh. Yeah,
Oh, I
which
did
guy?
say that. Oh my gods. You guys aren't gonna believe this.
Is it Caden?
Whichever one you prefer.
Sorry.
But at this point, the important thing at hand is this tunnel leads to the old light.
Huh.
We should. How hard is it to get through all of this?
I'm just gonna throw up detect metal just to see if there's anything within 30 feet of this collapse that would kind of ping on my senses.
Fortunately, nothing. Other
I'm
than
just lit
your
up.
allies.
Calliope
Yeah.
is just like glowing with all of her metal.
Radiating.
Yeah. Interesting. Well,
What does this collapse look like? Is this something that we could dig through, or is this like fully blocked off?
Yeah, can we go diggy diggy on this?
Top to bottom, you have no idea how far the collapse is, but it is just rubble from head to toe, covered in ash. It looked like whatever magical inferno happened was the cause of the collapse. Maybe you're thinking that with that combined with Earthfall, some 10,000 years ago, made this a significant blockage.
Yeah, are there like little holes? Like I have a depth gauge that if I could find a way to work it through, I could see how far the collapse goes if I could find a hole or something if I'm lucky.
You might be able to dig it in a little bit, but it's just too it's too dense for you to push it all the way through. Maybe you get like
Fair enough.
at most a foot, depending on how long it is. I don't know. Yeah, you can't get past a foot. You definitely have to do some digging. But maybe this could be of interest to the Rune Watchers.
I
And
feel like. Oh,
Was-
go ahead.
I was good. Did Queek say they were meeting in the old lighthouse? That's
They
where the
meet
meeting
in
was in a
front
couple
of
of days.
The ruins of the old lighthouse.
So, if they
Sarah.
yeah, I think Brip, I think we're thinking the same thing. They meet on top of the ruins. Maybe we can go in that way. And if we bring this to their attention, maybe they can do the hard work for us.
The old guys?
Yes, because the old guys have money, and with monies they can buy tools and people.
yes,
Oh.
they could buy young people to do the work for the old people.
It's true.
I get what she's saying.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking Quink can't lift any of these rocks. But they could definitely pay people.
Exactly. And, I mean, honestly, with knowledge like that, these Rune Watchers, they might have access to magical devices as well. Or scroll, something that could assist us, perhaps.
While this is going on, Calliope's kind of just been looking at the Rand sewer. Just got it out in both of her hands, taking a look at it.
Might be good for us to find a safe place to identify some of the scrolls and paperwork that I've took over there.
It's true.
Well, how about that old map room? That one seemed all right.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the only room with one exit.
Right. So, if we feel confident, after this, we go back up, we meet your friend, we determine what's going on with the ritual, and then tomorrow we come back down and go the other way? Is that right? Because if it's gonna take a couple days for the ritual and a couple days to meet with the Rune Watchers...
It does seem... Calliope looks up from studying the Ransor and says, it seems like the most logical next step. Though, in all honesty...
Really depends on what your friend says, though.
Exactly. I'm afraid that there's a potentiality that we don't come back down here.
Well, is there anything down here we need to check before we go up? Regardless of where we go?
Not unless
That
you'd like
other
to
way, though,
say hello to the statue once again.
No.
I agree.
No.
Fuck that bitch.
It's a big garnet.
Fuck that bitch.
No, we're not going back for the garnet. All I heard was something about the garnet. We're not doing it.
I could mentally... I'd say that garnet's worth about... It's actually worth a lot, but...
I
don't
have
think
a
it's worth it.
Exchange a glance with Giddy.
I'd estimate it at about 25 gold pieces.
I want that thing as much as anyone else to play, but you saw what happened. Unless you're ready to get throat punched by the statue, I don't think we're going back in there.
I mean, it's very, very light. I could probably lift it with magic. I don't really know why I wasn't thinking in the moment. I don't know why we grabbed it with our hands. I could have
Maybe-
just walked out of the room and picked it
I mean,
up.
technically, Iggy grabbed it. So if you want to, Iggy's made of magic.
We could try that thing we saw in that one show at the theater where he replaced it with something of the same size really quickly. We seen it in that show
That's true.
at the Sandpoint
That's true.
Theater.
I was thinking
That's
of
right.
the other show where they say Accio Garnet.
I mean, that is a thing, but I don't know about that.
It's more
I'd
like
hate for our greed to get one of us
prestidigitation
killed.
I think that's fair. I don't think we should throw out the other way because there are more goblin ghouls. That's anathema for Calliope, right? Like Pharasma says, you must kill the undead.
He nods.
I don't know. I want to go down the. I want to go the other way. We talked about it. We determined we're gonna fight for it. So I want to fight for it.
All right, listen, I'm game for going the other way as long as that keeps us from going back after that garnet.
I walk in front of Giddy and begin to go the other side.
See, I'm not gonna go back. We're not gonna test the prestidigitation theory.
Anything is preferable to being throat punched by that statue at this point in time.
Yes, I could not take it.
I wish I would have seen that. I mean, I'm glad you're okay.
There was an audible sound. It wasn't good.
I didn't know
But
a
he's
person
just
was
like-
capable of making the noises that
Could
Calliope
you
did.
imagine Calliope after that? He's got like a bruise. He's like, Calliope's like, hello.
Yeah, Calliope sounds like she's been smoking 80 packs a day after that incident.
She's just still holding that Ransor and she gripping it really tight. You could probably hear her knuckles crack as she holds this Ransor in her hands.
It's about to be like Anakin in the temple.
Dylan, as Calliope is putting maybe gripping the Rancer, you place the base of it on the ground to get a better grip, and you feel the floor kind of give way a little bit, and the tile beneath reveals a hidden cache, a card played by Anchor 89. You find a
Oh
hidden
shit!
cache.
Oh,
GM rolls on a level
Oh.
appropriate treasure table.
Right? It felt like it was about to be Calliope falls down a fucking hole.
Yeah, it's like Jesus, man.
Here we go again.
My heart was like, what's happening? What's happening?
While I
Like,
roll on this table, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you, Anchor89, for just turning in all
Alright.
these damn cards.
thank you.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So thank you. We'll be right back, and I'll tell you what they find. Wee! Wee! Toodaloo! We'll be right back.
Meow.
We're back from our break. Thank you, Anchor89, for hooking the crew up with a hidden stash. They found 50 gold, 75 silver, 100 copper, a mortar of hidden meeting,
silver.
alchemist goggles, a wand of shard storm, and ginger chew. Oh, and an exploding shield.
Exploding shield. I don't see
Thing
that
is
one.
wild.
Oh, it's up there. Yeah, there's like 350 gold worth of items that was in there.
Yes! I hope you can't redeem that card again for another year. No, no healing. I know. I rolled down.
I hope he can redeem it again in another 40 minutes.
Yeah.
All
Keep
right,
doing
so
that. Whatever.
Keep hitting that button.
You
Rob
guys
is just
dole
gonna
out.
ban
that.
That was so much fun.
You guys dole out the gear you find from that hidden stash, and are it sounds like you guys are leaning towards heading back to the surface. Money for the group's headstones. Yeah, that's right. That's
Huh.
what Hank said.
Almost.
Is that am I off on that feeling? You guys heading back up to kind of figure out where Aldrani is. She is set to arrive today, though you're not entirely sure how or where, what time, what the plan is with meeting her, talking to Xantis. I don't think you've talked to him for a few days at least.
Fuck Santis.
He doesn't need to know shit.
Correct.
Yeah, I think we are heading back up. Just the other way is it's too much of a commitment.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. So you guys then clamber out of the hole in the boneyard and back into Sandpoint.
I think as we're going up, I'm kind of like talking to Brip.
Okay, so I know we said we need to wait a couple days to, because we're gonna go meet with the Rune Watchers, but do we want to go over to the ruins of the old lighthouse and see if we can figure our way down? I mean, look at this, the sun's still up. We're waiting for Calliope's friend, right? I'm too giddy. No, that's the wrong word.
Ah,
I feel like I gotta sit in my hands, right? After the talk, after all the seriousness, I feel like I have a lot of energy, and I don't feel
I'm also
fulfilled
very
today.
excited.
I feel that. Let's go burn down that Twinks Theater.
You know what? I'm absolutely okay with that too. That should probably happen at night though, because the gods might see us during the day.
Fine.
Well, might see you guys. I am the master at stealth.
There we go. See, Brip's in on it now too.
Whoa, that's not what I went.
Brip, you're an accomplice now. Get over it.
You guys see
We appreciate you volunteering.
Father Xantis and a very lithe-looking elven woman accompanying him, walking out
shit,
to the
they're here.
boneyard, approaching you. Father Xantis waves. Adrani looks directly at Calliope, and you see a smile come across her face. Adrani looks like... I'll pull her picture up and you guys can describe it. Oops. She is a seer elf, so pale-skinned, long, pointed, upward ears, long brown hair, black,
Cool.
grayish eyes. Elves in Galarian are known to have, fully colored eyes. They don't have irises, you can see. It's just their eyes are that color. throughout its entirety.
That's cool.
But
The sclera.
yes,
Yeah.
What actress does she remind me of right now?
I don't know. She's wearing like a
It's
ruffled
actually just Lady Gaga.
blue dress. I can see that, yeah. Tall,
Yeah.
lanky, almost translucent skin. Long dark hair.
She's got those night elf ears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yes, that's true.
knife ears.
No, I said knights.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said I thought you said knife ears. Like I haven't heard
No,
that
night
since I
elf.
played
No.
D&D,
Yeah,
or Second
wow.
edition.
Yeah, World of Warcraft, but she thankfully does not have the
Knife
eyelashes.
Her tunic is accented by the like a shimmering scarf bearing the symbol of Ashava, the true spark. And yeah, Father Xantus walks up also and he says, "Look what I found just coming in from fresh off the dock." He smiles, and Johnny kind of nods to all of you, and she gives like a curt nod to Calliope and each of you, and she kind of just gives a very simple smile.
Does she seem normal?
She does
Does
seem-
Calliope seem like she doesn't seem
Yes.
off or anything?
No, she says,
Okay. Wait.
Calliope.
Yes, she seems off, or no, she seems fine.
She seems fine.
Okay.
Calliope, it is so nice to see you again.
Yes, likewise. We've anxiously been awaiting your return to the city so that we could commune before. And she kind of like side eyes Xantus and for some ritual is to take place.
Yes, I am very happy to help Father Xantus with his request. He says that you all seem to have some reservations about the ritual and bringing the spirit of Nualia back to this plane for a conversation.
Well, in all honesty, that's more information than we've been able to glean from Xantus. It was he was a little reticent to provide more information than a ritual would be taking place that required Nualia's bones.
Yes, it is required as part of the ritual. I gave him the list of reagents required to perform the ritual, and it seems he's acquired them all, including the bones, thanks to you and the help of your little friends here. And she smiles, almost like regarding you in admiration. Brip, Giddy, and Silflay.
Oh, well, flattery.
Aw, shucks.
Gotta cock my head a little bit.
Brip's like pushing his toe into the sand back and forth.
Ah. Well, in all honesty, I know we're all a little hesitant, like you said, but we would really like to know more information about what this entails and the process. And yes, we're just unsure.
Well,
So I would love to see the blueprints and so to speak.
yes. Well, I believe Father Xantus has said the best place to do this is in the middle of the cathedral, amidst the 7 standing stones there. Feels there's great power and protection in the midst of them, and I do agree. I've visited before, and I would like to get this underway as soon as possible, as I hope to leave in the morning to Roderick's Cove, back to my home. As a priestess of Ashava, my work is never done, and yes, it's what I do is very meaningful to me and the people that seek my help. Xantus among them.
What's an Ashava?
Ashava is the...
It's a deity.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let us
Calliope.
know.
You're a deity. Of course.
Perhaps I
Well,
can.
I can.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I can appreciate your desire to make this a speedy transaction and be on your way. But before we can take part in this, we really, again, please walk us through this step by step. It feels very wrong, and I need some reassurance that this is something that should be happening.
We place the bones in a pile amidst some candles that have been etched with runes of divinity. And we commune with the spirits for some amount of time. It can be as quickly as 10 minutes up to an hour. It really depends on how well we're able to perform the ritual and how willing the spirit is to visit, I suppose. But yes, I feel confident now that we have her bones, and reaching her should not be too troublesome. But to have all of you there to watch us, it would be myself and Father Xantus performing the ritual and the rites to bring her spirit to this plane for the conversation. But in dealing with such things, there could always be a backlash in dealing with such powers. I don't know what could result in, but it would be good to have you at our backs in case something were to go awry.
This is
It seems you have some deep reservations, Calliope.
it feels wrong that someone should be given a second chance at judgment. The entirety of one's life is chance enough, and to be communed with once that judgment should have been made, feels like it's going against Pharasma herself. What she's decided for Nualia has already taken place, and we wish to question that, give her a second opportunity when she's already been judged.
I doubt she has even this amount of time. What is it, 17 years? Her soul is still yet to be judged. Pharasma's line of
That might be something
spirits
that I don't know.
is long. She awaits judgment still from Pharasma. But the teachings of Ashava, they call me to see many souls left to wander in the dark. And it is my work to assist in guiding those lost souls towards peace. I help them because it is my duty to be a light for those in the shadow, and to remind them that even in death, hope can be reborn. She seems a little sad at this, and you can tell that she's being extremely sincere, and she is devout to Ashava and her teachings, and it seems like this holds very closely to her, her as a person. Seems like she's driven by compassion. Yeah, she just continues on saying that Father Xantus has told me of Nualia's tragic fate, and it seems she was treated extremely unfairly by the people of Sandpoint, and if she had perhaps people like you amidst her, she would not have turned to Lamashtu and her ways. She could very well have been a boon to Sandpoint. I find this chance as an opportunity for healing and closure for not only herself, but for Sandpoint too.
don't see the greater picture, how this can affect Sandpoint positively. They've made their judgment. And Nualia made her choices in her life. Sometimes people are dealt unfair hands. That's how life works. You don't get a second chance. And giving her one seems unfair. It just... I can't wrap my head around it. She might be given a second chance at salvation, be able to rest easy. Father Xantus might be able to. But the rest of the town, the way this has been so secret, it's obviously been secret because of the perception the town would have this ritual taking place. So I don't believe the town would view this in a positive light after the fact of it happening. It seems like only negativity can come from such a action.
I hear your point, and I do
Not talking to you,
believe-
Father.
I do
Sorry,
believe
that's fine.
I forgot what this man sounded like.
Yes, some people of Sandpoint would find this very disturbing, and I understand the perception of it. I do, which is why I am wishing for this to stay under wraps for at least until the ritual is complete. But I truly believe this would help Sandpoint heal further, to show compassion to such a lost spirit would perhaps show hope and further compassion throughout. People know the story of Nualia and how she was treated. And if she accepts our apologies, and if we could have that conversation with her, I think just having that known amidst the community would be beneficial.
Why not just say that happened?
That would be a lie.
Of course it would, but it would
Yep.
mitigate the entirety of this risk.
I feel like doing the ritual in town and not telling any of the townsfolk until after, putting all of them in danger and letting them know afterwards, they're not going to trust you either way.
He nods.
How eloquently stated.
Sorry, hello, we didn't really have introductions. I was just, you two came to walk out to meet us. Were you expecting us to rise out of the boneyard at this time?
No, I happened to see you exiting, and I was talking to Adrani, and yes, that's why we walked over here.
Oh, I see.
And I'm sorry, I'm
It's-
terrible at introductions.
It's entirely fine. They're old friends. We've been frazzled down there. When is the ritual happening? Can we have a few minutes to kind of understand and, I guess, digest everything going on?
Yes, of course. This is a lot, yes, to take in. He nods, and Adrani kind of nods also, and they'll give you guys some space.
Can you answer there when Aldrani? You said that you wanted to leave in the morrow.
Oh yes.
When is the ritual happening?
Tonight at midnight, under the moon of the goddess.
Of course.
As
Okay.
soon as possible. Do not want to tarry any longer than necessary.
Okay. And we will bear witness that is the plan. Is there anyone else attending the ritual beyond us 6?
No, There's nobody else. And I believe with the strength of all of the deities' presence in the center of the cathedral, it would be wholly protected. He kind of smirks at his lame pun.
I was gonna say, WH or just H?
And are those at the cathedral, are they aware? It's oddly private within the center of the cathedral.
I have informed the acolytes of not entirely of what we're doing, but they will ensure that we are kept to this matter in private.
Okay.
Do you have plans in play for if things go wrong?
I do, yes. Just in case. I mean, I am no longer an adventurer, but I still have the divinity and power of Desna coursing through me, as Saldrani does have Shavas. We are capable if things do go awry. And with you as witnesses and protectors, I'm confident we will be fine.
Excellent. So, at midnight, so we should probably meet you there just before then.
That would be
Is that
perfect.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. I think that gives us plenty to get ready for.
I'm just gonna look at the rest of my companions.
Did we have any other questions for the pair before we reconvene?
Calliope just shakes her head and is looking at Adrani, just thinking.
Maybe I missed it. It's entirely possible. Short attention span, short goblin. But what exactly are you hoping to accomplish? I understand she wants, you want to give her a second chance and everything, but is there anything more to this?
He kind of ponders for a moment, and he says, Not really. It is just forgiveness. A conversation, and perhaps we can convince her to forgive us also, so she may find a better place in the beyond, not to be tortured endlessly into eternity. My hopes is that she really just abandons all of Lamashtu's teachings to find Elysium. To find peace. An eternity of peace rather than an eternity of torment.
Uh-huh.
And I must say that I feel this is very personal, because her father was my mentor. And at the time I could not see, for whatever reason, the way that he had treated her as a trophy, a way into the higher echelons of the order of his church, rather than as a real daughter. If I had known that, I would have stepped in. But I was young and just not as observant as I should have been. He kind of shakes his head. It seems like he regrets not being able to see the hurt that his mentor was imparting upon her at the time.
This feels like hearing this, it's more of a personal redemption that you're looking for. How many other souls here in the Boneyard could use the same opportunity to repent? How many of them have died since Nualia. Maybe not as dark and evil of worshipping Lamashtu, but following a dark path that could lead them to a similar fate. And they don't get this second chance. But she does because of your connection.
Nepotism.
they, well,
Nepo baby.
they could once they face Pharasma. I mean, there are criminals buried here, yes, but nothing.
And
to
is
the ex-
Nualia not a criminal?
Worse. She was.
Then
a
it feels that
murderer.
she should not be the one given this chance.
I believe she deserves this chance more than anyone else.
Wait, hold on. Can we rewind a minute? Did you just say that everybody in this graveyard here is a criminal?
No, I said there are criminals buried here. Family members of. Yes, there are criminals buried here.
What makes them different?
I guess there's a spectrum. I'm not saying they're not deserving also. It's just we have a chance now to redeem possibly one of the most.
The most absolute worst one of all of them.
She was hurt, treated wrongly by Sandpoint. I don't think she had much choice in her upbringing. She was placed in a box. Betrayed.
Yet he very subtly looks over at Silflay, remembering their conversation the other day.
I matched the look.
Had
Yes,
I
well,
known my mentor had kept her sheltered in such a way, I would have showed her that there was more than just the restraints that he set upon her. More to this world than whatever my mentor showed her at the time. But I understand your concerns, Calliope. Again, I'm not saying anybody else doesn't deserve a second chance, but she, I believe, deserves it more so than anyone else. We may disagree in this, but this is
do.
what I am here to do. This is what Adrani has agreed to do.
I understand. She kind of rolls her shoulders and is just like, there's nothing else she can say at that point. Then she's not going to convince them otherwise.
Fat bruise on your neck.
Probably can't even notice it if it's super dark and black. It just blends in with all the rest of the black. Just a lighter shade of purple. I would wonder if, I guess she's not wounded anymore, so I wonder if that magical healing, it's oh, all those cells are just, there's no more bruise. I always wonder about that kind of thing with magic healing.
Mm-hmm.
Think so.
Adrani would also say that she has helped in similar fashion with other people, like families of criminals or murderers or things like that, and she has communed with spirits in the past, just like this. Some for even lesser crimes.
Well, I'm assuming they're all lesser crimes than what Nualia had done, but yes, I hear your points again. Just feels too personal, but I can't intervene without physically stopping, so don't think it needs to come to that yet.
Most of the time. Actually, every time I'm asked to perform this ritual, it is only ever personal.
She doesn't know what to say to that.
Well, if
I
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I tug at Calliope's sleeve a little bit.
We should get some food.
All right. And she doesn't look down. She just acknowledges Silflay. Okay, let's go. Where will you two be in the meantime while we, in the event that more information is required, or you need
Well,
something from us?
We'll be here. Just preparing and catching up. Like old friends. And he smiles at Aldrani. She kind of gives a wry smile and nods back. They're not fucking. Calm down, Dylan.
I did have a goofy look on my face of suspicion and disgust.
She's a little old for him.
Probably.
All right.
Now let's head on into the cathedral and
I think Brip would actually hold everyone back, us four, you know?
Okay.
And when the two walk away.
Yeah, they'll take off. Walk into the cathedral. Leave you guys to whatever conversation you have.
oh, they went back to the cathedral. I thought they were hanging out in the bone zone.
At what point? At what point do we think
Not
it's
the bone zone.
That's tonight.
it's
Sorry,
not
Brip.
normal to not want to tell the sheriff of this, I feel. The sheriff, who's responsible for the safety of this town, can only make his job decisions properly if given the information he needs.
Do we... Calliope, you seem to understand sort of the 7 seals below the best. And of the Rune Lords and then the Demon Lords. Is Lamash too involved in any of that?
Dylan has no idea to be able to answer that question,
You can roll a
unfortunately.
religion check.
Okay, thank you.
Can I assist since
Sure.
I'm triggering this question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Attempt to assist. Hopefully I don't critically fail. So, religion. That's not bad. Let's see if we critically fail.
You aid, so with Calliope's check, that is a 25. You don't think Lamashu has anything to do with the stuff with Thassalon. It's all the ancient ruins, but beneath the boneyard, it's the cathedral, unrelated to Nualia and her worship to Lamashtu.
Yes, there's no direct connection beyond the evil nature of the Rune Lords, the Rune Spawn, Thassalon, and Lamash too. Got there in the end.
No,
So-
I don't know. There is a reality in that we're being too cautious, but everything says that. I don't know. At first, I was in support of this because I do believe in redemption, but this is something seems off.
Yeah, I hate to say, but if you're having any feelings about your friend there and doubts after talking to her now, you might want to listen to that feeling.
I don't hold any resentment towards her or misunderstanding from Adrani. Her last little line there did honestly reassure me a little bit, but there's a difference between communing with petty criminals and someone who almost brought the entire town down. someone like this should be left alone. They're reaching too close to the sun, so to speak. It's too great an evil. That's my biggest hang up. Is who they're trying to speak with, not necessarily that they're trying to do it.
So we know that the tunnel, that one tunnel, goes to the base of the old light. Does the symbols we found and sort of the 7, is that directly under the 7 of the cathedral?
I personally don't have any idea.
It's hard to
Rip.
tell.
Is going to roll a survival check on that to determine.
I don't have. Oh, I'm untrained.
What are you trying to determine with that check?
Whether or not the 7 stones in the cathedral line up with 7 underneath.
Oh, I see. With that check, you don't believe so. They are not directly underneath the 7 standing stones. And the way that the
No, I
standing
think-
stones at the center of the cathedral are, they're wider, spread apart, and in a different formation also. Is that what you were asking? I'm sorry.
I think so. I think based on the locations down there and up here, I don't think they're near the same spot. But it
I
is
suppose that's
troubling
good.
to know that we have a tunnel under the town that comes from a different direction that could be used to pop up in the city on both sides.
That tunnel was very well hidden also. And you do know that there are dozens of other smugglers' tunnels that were used over the course of the last 100 or so years too.
Sure, I think Rip's familiar with a couple.
Yeah. Maybe you've even used them with helping the sheriff out some things.
Yeah.
Oh, Rip, I know you. I asked you, and you were able to hold yourself back and remain patient until I was able to speak with Audrani. And now that I have, if you wish to speak to the sheriff, I will not stop you. I personally am not going to come with you, but I won't hold you back. I completely understand your point, but I don't know. I need time to pray and meditate before I can move forward, but just to say my piece quickly, unless somebody can convince me otherwise, I'm leaning towards attending this ritual.
We should attend, irregardless of how we feel about it.
Yes, and I don't believe I'll intervene unless something terrible is happening.
It's so windy outside.
A gust almost knocks Calliope's foot over, but she grabs the edge and keeps
Is
it
that
over her.
foreshadowing?
Yeah.
Right.
And then she thinks and looks around and tries to see if any shadowy figures are about.
Oh, yeah. I think I should tell the sheriff. I feel that if I were to let this ritual happen without informing him first, then I would be failing in my duties.
So I owe him nothing, so
What
would
is that?
quell your conscience.
What
by
does
all
that
means.
mean for the ritual, though? Are armed guards going to show up at the ritual?
I don't know. It very well may end up that way.
We're going to attend the ritual. At least, I imagine Calliope and I are. This could get very complicated very fast if we're not careful.
I
I'm
don't know how
worried
much
about
I-
the ritual happening at all. Scares me.
Oh,
I think that's why I'm about at too, Brip. And I really don't want to get the popo involved.
What's a popo? You hear Nefer say from behind
That's what the
Fucking
That's what my
Naffer.
family calls the watch here.
Naffer's just the
He's
shadowy
Robin.
figure
Yeah.
hanging out behind
Napper's
us.
the big bad.
Yeah. Well,
Well, Souffle, are you saying that maybe me telling the sheriff is a bad idea because it could get some people hurt in the confusion?
I think if you can maybe raise awareness, but not spring action, because I think it may lead to harm if armed guards show up. If the ritual gets disrupted, Calliope, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with these sorts of magic, if something is interrupted, that's when the worst happens.
you're absolutely correct.
Oh,
that's such a good response.
Again, that's why I'm saying I can't force your hand here, Britt. This is going to be something that you'll have to decide upon your own.
I'm not against it either, if you want to go tell, but there has to be some control. Right now, if it's only the 6, we have some agency, I think. But as soon as they show up, and if armed guards are trying to get through the cathedral, Xantis said that they all know something is going on, and they're going to make sure it happens. It may cause a conflict between the two factions.
well, if we're not going to tell the sheriff and we are going to be there, then it's going to be up to us to protect the citizens of Sandpoint if something goes wrong.
That's true. And if something goes really wrong and it's beyond our control, then we're gonna hate ourselves for not having the foresight to bring the guard. I don't think there's any good way forward. But if we bring the guards in, there may be a conflict that we can't control.
Well, perhaps me being there is like having a deputy in the sheriff's stead.
It's very true.
You know, what if we just don't do any of the above and we just set the bones on fire and call it a day? Huh?
Calliope's just like, no, cannot. Tampering with the remains are not an option.
You would need salt.
What? Is that how? I
That was
guess
more
I
of a joke.
Oh,
misunderstood.
I did too. I was like, are we learning science right now with Brip?
I was thinking like Supernatural.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that.
Oh man, I'm still stuck at season 13 or 14. We're so close to finishing.
It's a lot of seasons.
It's too many seasons.
It's an okay show. It's fun.
Yeah, Dylan, am at a loss. We could, the other, Giddy, as you said, there's another option. I will not take that option with you of destroying the bones, but there is another option of just stopping them. We could, it's 4 against 2. I would hate to do this to my friend, but if we feel the ritual cannot happen, we could restrain them. Seems like we'd be talking to the sheriff very soon after if that were the case, but...
Well, if that's the case, we should just go get the sheriff now and have the sheriff stop the ritual before it begins, and then nobody gets hurt. Unless somebody fights back. If they're fighting the sheriff because they want to do this ritual, then I think things have just gotten out of hand on their side.
What if we give the bones to the statue lady? She seems angry enough.
Do you
Oh,
really
yeah.
want to go back to her?
I mean, not particularly, but nobody's going to be bothering those bones if they're with her.
Fair. Fair.
Is there... Maybe there's a way we can do both? There are magical shops in the city. Maybe we can go talk to, Vova Shalavun again? Perhaps they have a scroll or some mechanism that we can use to message an individual. If we had that backup, we could reach out to the sheriff if something goes awry.
Possible.
2 birds, 1 stone, I suppose?
I think
I've
that
never
means
liked
something
that
different to a
metaphor, but-
goblin.
2
Hey, now.
goblins, 1 stone? I'm
Two
not
birds,
really
one
familiar with
stone. I
that one.
imagine like a goblin throwing a bird. I don't know.
Throwing a bird
Throwing
at
a
stone.
bird at the rock.
I meant a stone at the bird, but yeah.
That sounds like a
Not
very
just-
goblin thing to do, though. That's great.
It does. I was like,
Jones,
you know
one
what? You're
bird.
not wrong.
I'm fairly certain in the Rise of the Rune Lords, there's some of that going on.
Hey,
it's
listen.
shenanigans. I love it.
The games I
100%.
played as a child are my own business.
But perhaps we could do that. I only speak through the ground. So that's beyond my capabilities, but we could meet in the 2, I guess.
Well, seems like no matter what we do, we may need to figure out what these scrolls say and get prepared for the chance that things do go wrong. So maybe spend some time with these scrolls and paperwork and maybe buy Calliope a couple of extra potions.
And something to put around her neck to protect her.
Yeah, like hockey goalies wear like this clear protector. Just like attach it to her full plate helm. With just this clear throat guard.
All right. Cool. Well, I think we're gonna leave it at that. Unless there's anything else you guys want to conversate about. Oh, that's pretty good. That was a very deep and controversial conversation. I like that RP. It was it's hard for me to kind of like put myself in that space to try and defend their perspective, but it was challenging.
I didn't want to keep railing on you.
No, it's all good.
Just be like, listen, asshole. Fucking tell me.
Listen here, you dumb necromantic bitch.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation, Calliope. Anyways, that's where we're gonna leave it. So join us next week to discover the outcome of this ritual. That's Whispers of Doom. I'm Robert, and next time
And we're us.
they're
Yes.
them, and don't forget to
You're
live by
you.
the die.
Live by the
Live by the
die.
die.
Die by the
And
die.
die by the
I was
die.
trying to find it, man. I'm so tired. Anyways, thanks for watching,
Me too.
everybody. Take care. Toodaloo. Bye bye.
Thanks, all. Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye.